Somebody has my wallet with everything in it, my credit cards, my cash, and now I have video of them actually using it. Let's talk about it. What's up, fam, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel once again from us over here at Locust&WildHoney. So before we get into the contents of today's video, I did want to put a disclaimer out there that if you came to today's video with the expectation of watching something related to streetwear or fashion or vlogging or anything that's kind of been on the channel before, today's a little bit different. So if you decide not to watch it, if you decide to click out now or pick one of these videos here to the side of me in your suggested box, I totally wouldn't blame you if you wanted to come back another time. But today we're gonna be talking about what the heck exactly has transpired in the last 24 hours. It's been crazy, and I want to unpack it with all of you guys. So without further ado, let's go and jump into it. If you guys don't already follow me on my different social media platforms, I definitely suggest you do so, just to keep up to date with everything that's kind of going on a day-to-day basis. I try to stay pretty active on all of my social media platforms. On my Twitter, I share different links and backdoor links during fog drops, as well as I share links to like different vans and stuff like that I'm currently buying. So I know it's just a way for us to kind of connect on a daily basis, so definitely do that. And on that note, if you do already follow me on Instagram, then you probably already seen my Instagram stories. But if you haven't, let me go ahead and play my Instagram stories for you. That way everybody can be up to date and caught up with what exactly is going on. So let's go. What's up, guys? So I want to thank everybody for all the support. Like, I had an influx of DMs and I just appreciate it, man. Honestly, I went down to the store, one of the merchants that he used my card on, and they got him on camera. Naturally, my first instinct would be to like go get revenge, or like get some of my buddies and like do something to them. But honestly, it's just money and it's taken care of. I'm like insured and everything. And I mean, at the end of the day, to resort to something so low, so slimy, I mean, I don't know, like, clearly a person like doesn't have too much going for him. All things considered, I'm gonna confront him. I'm gonna kind of let him know what's up and then offer him my peace and my forgiveness. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I mean, I lost some cash and a wallet, but it is what it is. And yeah, I'm also gonna get him arrested too. That's one thing I left out. Yeah, he's gonna get arrested. So now that everybody's caught up, let's go ahead and talk about what exactly happened. On Saturday night, I took my little sister out to Boomers. We had dinner beforehand. We had a little barbecue, and then we went to Boomers. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much this like kind of smaller version of an amusement park. And I took her out for that night. I tried my best to kind of be intentional about spending time with my little sister specifically. Anyways, with all that being said, after we left Boomers, she and I made a quick trip to McDonald's because one of our favorite things there are the Oreo McFlurries. If you guys go to McDonald's, you guys already know what it is. I don't think that there's anybody that eats at McDonald's that hasn't tried a McFlurry. Like, they're amazing. All that to say, we go straight through the drive-thru, get our McFlurries, and head straight home. Now, I can definitively tell you that we did have my wallet at the time because I used my credit card to purchase the McFlurries. Anyways, after we get the McFlurries, we eat them at my house and then, go straight to bed. I wake up the morning a little bit late, and it's the first church service ever for Hillsong in Orange County. And I was kind of in a rush, so I didn't think much about my wallet. I knew I didn't have it. I knew I couldn't find it in my room or in my house. And then I figured I left it in my car, but it wasn't there either. Again, I didn't think much of it. I knew I had cash in my glove box, so I was just gonna kind of use that and look for my wallet later. I go about my day, go to church, have lunch, have an amazing day with my little sister as well as Gabby. And it was just an awesome day overall. I head home later that evening to find a bunch of different charges to my account. And I was just dumbstruck. I was livid. I wasn't sure what was going on. My feelings of like confusion were like at an all-time high because I knew in my head that my wallet was missing, and I just kind of checked my online kind of bank statement just for fun, like just to like double check. I legitimately thought that like there's no possible way this would happen to me. Like maybe other people, but definitely not me. I'm not that unlucky. Lo and behold, it happened to me, and I had just insane charges, man. Like they bought like $150 at Walmart twice. They went to like a vape, like an e-cigarette, a vault gallery type of place. They spent $150 there. They spent $200 at Target. They spent $150 at Home Depot of all places. And they went to Target. Did I say Target already? Yeah, they shopped at Target as well, and Ralph's. Keep in mind that all these places are really close in proximity to where I live. Like all these places are within 1 mile. So I said to myself, well, that's strange. I definitely didn't get hacked, so somebody must have my wallet. I look everywhere and I can't find my wallet anywhere. After I canceled the credit cards and made sure they were not working anymore, I went ahead and kind of did a little bit more research as to where he had actually been spending my money. Fortunately enough, this guy ended up going to this place called the e-cigarette hub, I think is what it's called, or the e-cigarette library. I don't know, but it was like an e-cigarette type of place. And I thought to myself, this isn't a conglomerate type of huge superstore type place. My assumption would be that it's probably like a small type of mom and pop type of place, like privately owned, and they probably would let me look at their video cameras if I told them what exactly had transpired and that they didn't check for an ID. So this is kind of sort of almost on them, but I didn't really say it like that. Of course, like you want to be polite and things of that nature, but I thought to myself, maybe they could help me. So at this point, it's really late at night and the store is already closed. I go to bed. Well, I try to go to bed. I barely slept because like I was just so like anxious about the whole thing. But God kind of really showed up and, you know, helped me get rest that night. And he just totally like came through in the sense that amongst all things, money comes and goes, but my identity in Christ isn't shaken. It won't be shaken. And I'm promised that I will always be his. And so that kind of like made everything a whole lot better. I wake up the next morning, first thing I do is run over to that place before I even talk to the police. And fortunately enough for me and my luck, we were able to pinpoint this guy because he bought the stuff at 10:15 at night. And I mean, who's shopping at 10:15? It was so easy to track him down. It's like ridiculous that he would do such a foolish thing. Overall, the dude was so helpful that worked there. And if you're watching this video, man, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your graciousness and helping me and all of this stuff, man. That was really above and beyond. And anyways, I want to show you guys the video. I want to do a live reaction to it. I was only able to watch a little bit of it. Fortunately, he sent me the video and we can watch it together. And let's watch it together. Like I saw a little bit of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, while I was at the store, and it was just like gut wrenching to me, like seeing him hold my card. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch the video right now and kind of talk about it after, and I'll give you an update because I have already informed authorities and I actually know his name. So anyways, let's go ahead and watch the video right now. All right, guys, so let's play this. So he's buying what looks like, I think that's like 2 little containers of like e-liquid juice and like a pretty decent sized black box, which I have no idea what that could possibly be. Maybe it's a vape machine. Maybe it's like a rig or something like that. But I mean, he's ended up spending $150. So I can't imagine anything costing that much, not being like a complete set. Got a little break here. He's making small talk. Wow, this guy's just charming it up. Okay, so he's bending over, smelling the glass like the weirdo that he is. How about this shirt though? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking bad about him. This shirt's ugly. Anyways, there's my card. That's my Best Buy rewards credit card. Oh, it got declined. Yes, I do remember this. I remember that there was a declined process, and this was actually I got a fraud alert on this. I remember that was like a late one. I don't know what he's talking about, but he must be saying something to the effect of like, oh, I just used it or something earlier or something like that. Oh, here, let me get another one of these cards out of the sweet wallet. So he uses my my Citibank card, my main one. Yep, I think that one actually went through. And yeah, man, cool, dude. Like, it's so rad that you checked for ID for a credit transaction. That's just fantastic. That's just outstanding. Oh, there he goes. Nice socks, dude. Yep, that's a video. Okay, so let's talk about it, man. I mean, I'm sorry, I probably sound mad salty, and I still kind of am. I'm still working that out with the Lord. You know, sanctification is a process, and you know, we're all not perfect, and God's working on me each and every day. I humbly admit to that fact. I am definitely still salty, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, he takes care of everything. He's always taking care of me, and he's not gonna stop now. All that to say, guys, honestly, like, watching this, like, it makes me cringe. Like, it seriously is such a, like, disheartening thing to have somebody having your, like, you know, your private stuff. Like, this is stuff that you don't even share with your girlfriend or your mom or your family. This is like your own personal stuff, is finances, and this guy's just spending it willy-nilly. Guys, I do have some good news. So as you saw, I did share it on my Instagram stories. I showed his face, and one of you reached out to me. I'm not going to disclose his name, but you know who you are, and I appreciate you for telling me who this guy was. It turns out that this person shops at the same vape store as one of you guys, and you've seen him multiple times, and you told me his name, and I'm thankful for that because that's super helpful. All in all, guys, they have so much on this guy. Like, there's so much evidence, and they know who he is. Like, I spoke to the officer about an hour ago, and he's gonna get caught. It's funny because he goes as far as to say, I've never had like a common citizen have so much investigative work already done prior to the investigators actually even hearing about the case. So, man, like, he's gonna get caught, and it sucks because, like, I mean, it sucks for him. That is honestly like a perfect storm for this guy. Like, the fact of the matter is, he's no genius. Like, he used this card like so indiscreetly, like it was so easy to track him down. And not to mention, like, it goes doubly as bad for him because it was my stuff. Like, I shared it on my social media platforms, and within 30 minutes, I had his name because of you guys. Like, that's crazy to me. So we have his picture, we have videos, we have his first and last name. It's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna get caught. It's only a matter of time now. 24 hours it took to ruin your life, to go as far as to, you know, do the crime and then be caught for it. And I feel sorry for him, man. Honestly, like, I hope that, you know, everything works out for him in the long run. I hope he learns his lesson. And that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Let me know if you guys want like a full updated video. All things considered, guys, I found peace in the fact that I'm hidden in Christ. And above all things, that's where my identity truly lies. It's not in my money, and it's not in those things. And I just had a real good heart check that evening. You know, when I first found out all this was happening, like, God really checked my heart with that. And I'm honestly thankful for the lesson, because the fact that I was so anxious, so hurt about everything, it was a good indication of where my heart was at the time, and it was something to take away from. So I definitely have to consider it like a lesson, and one that's covered in love. And I do want to say this to the dude that did all this. Honestly, I extend grace, I extend forgiveness to him. I've actually had a ton of DMs saying like, oh, Paul, I'm gonna run up on him. Like, you know, we live local, like, let's just tell me like where, what's his name, and so on and so forth. And while I really appreciate the passion and the ferocity and the vigor, I have to be real with you guys. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what items they are, the clothing item or the wallet or the amount of money. No amount of money will ever supersede the worth of a person. And so, I mean, I do appreciate you guys like hitting me up and caring so much, but that just isn't the way. In my opinion, this was the sweetest amount of justice that I could possibly have transpired. He's gonna learn his lesson. He's not gonna be hurt too bad. I mean, he's gonna have a ding on his record or whatever. He might do some time, but I mean, ultimately, he's gonna have a second chance, and that's the beauty of it all. So at the end of the day, guys, it's so important that we just evaluate what's important in our lives. Of course, money is a very, very important thing. It's a resource that allows us to live a certain type of way and acquire the things that we so do choose to acquire. I'm not trying to belittle the importance of money, but in retrospect, when we look at it relative to family, relative to God, it really should just fall by the wayside. And always remember that we live
in a time where we can work hard and earn it back. Money comes and money goes. Money is the most unfaithful thing that you could probably ever come across. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Like that's what sums it up to end this video. Thank you so much for always supporting. Honestly, I really do feel like I'm a part of an incredible community. Making these videos for you guys, honestly, is a privilege of mine. And the fact is, you guys enjoy them. And so I'm just really, really thankful. And I'm gonna continue to do it and work hard and try to make the quality better each and every time. If you guys would be willing to, please hit that like button because it goes such a long way for us YouTubers. Comment down below what you thought about today's video, what you guys' thoughts, what would be your initial reaction amidst all things. I have to be honest with you guys. I know I didn't like delve into it too much, but like my flesh, like, you know, the most human part of who I am, like the carnal Paul, wanted to just go over and find this guy myself and give you guys his Instagram and give you guys his name and just, you know, whatever, just go ham on him. But I had to catch myself and remember that people will always be more valuable than money.